Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Fresh Bar Sports Show. I'm Jabbar Harris. I'm your host, and I'm the provider. And on this episode of Fresh Bar Sports Show, we got to catch up on the sports updates, and you see it on the screen right there. Fresh Bar Sports Show live audience, April 15th, 5 p.m. Come out. Check it out. Got a beautiful event, first ever, and it's going to be annual. Fresh Bar Sports Show live audience. Get used to this. It's going to be the annual thing around here. It's going to be me with the panel of guests. We're going to be chopping it up, talking about all day sports, trending topics as well. And it's going to be very, very unique and very different. Got a couple of performances in there to break up the modes of talking. It's going to be a good environment. And check it out. Make sure everybody come. Dapper down, dressed to the nines. Got a nice outfits on, looking good, looking real nice. But it's just going to be beautiful for the your Pennsylvania area. All is welcome to come. Definitely check it out. The Instagram page. It's on Eventbrite to get your tickets, so check my Instagram page out for the link for that or for the Eventbrite Fresh Bar Sports Show live audience. April 15th, going to be at the College Avenue Gym in York, PA. So definitely check it out. Support. Appreciate everybody for supporting with that. Let's get into the show. Before we get into some more sports notes, I want to thoughts and prayers still with DeMar Hamlin, and he's recovering. He's been at the Bills facility basically like almost every day. They stay saying the players overwhelmed with joy, spirits is high, things of that nature, and just a blessing that he's feeling good and obviously on the road recovery, but just recovering at a very rapid pace. So definitely appreciate him for. Appreciate people's power of prayer, and everybody's power of prayer, and help look at how well he's doing so quickly. So that definitely, I just wanted to put those notes out there, give some updates of how he's doing, but everything's looking great for him. So it's everything seems to be going that way. All right, we want to transition into some other things that's not quite so good. Sorry, I transition like this, but. Dana White addresses the physical altercation with him and his wife on the Saturday that took place with the media before and after the fight. And just, the media would just question him about the thing because when he had the interview with the TMZ, he wasn't being bombarded with, the questions from, multiple media pieces, people like a press conference. Rather than just a one-on-one interview, so of course you got a main event, not necessarily just the main event, but you got a major card, the major event, UFC event he had on Saturday, so he knew all the questions was going to come about that, and just wanting people, the people in the media just asking him more so about is any punishment should he feel like should have to him, but his thing is like, his punishment is. His punishment is he feels for his words that it's just that he's something that he got to deal with for the rest of his life. He don't feel as though Dana White does not feel as though that he needs to be removed. That it's going to make a difference or be a punishment. Even though some may argue that's what the argument is pretty much about. Some people think that he should be suspended for quite some time. He just feels as though it pretty much don't make no difference. His punishment is. People got to look at him differently, which is that, definitely still a punishment, but I understand what people were saying, as well as a punishment on top of that, at least for, temporary leave some way, somehow. So that's what's going on right there, but as it looks like, UFC is not doing nothing about it, because obviously he's the face of UFC, and the only people that's above him is just the people who actually own it itself, and just don't foresee that happening. Like I said, sponsorship's still good. As of today, he said they ain't lose nothing. Those deals with ESPN, major sponsors and all that stuff, nothing of that nature is being affected so far. So, but just wait to see if anything else come of this. I know some people in the media is not making a big deal about it. Some versus other situations. You can say that about the matches, but obviously, people on other people's shows are bringing it up, especially like shows like myself, other people on their, platforms are bringing it up. So I wouldn't entirely agree with that. And so it's just obviously he got big big, relationships and network partners and things of that nature. It's power. Got people on high places, so he's not going to be, now I'm saying he's not going to be having the spotlight shed on him for, let's just say, companies like ESPN where they're in partnership with him and their fights and all that stuff, and then obviously got a lot of people that from ESPN was depending on him and his character and all that stuff like that. But his partnerships can go hand in hand, so that's a whole tricky situation. Anyways, I digress. Let's move on to some of those former Ole Miss NFL player, Jerome Powell, 35, arrested in jail in Mississippi on kidnapping charges that took place last Thursday. The person is safe and sound. The person that he kidnapped, but he's obviously locked up. Then what took place this week? It's crazy. Alabama men's basketball player forward Darius Miles charged with capital murder for fatal shooting of 23-year-old Jamea Jonah Harris, along with accomplice Michael Lynn Davis. Both are being charged with capital murder. They was shooting at the car that Jamea Harris was in after an altercation because she wasn't talking to him. Allegedly, that's what's been reported. But then the reports are also out. Obviously, just the reports. I don't know if it's true or not. This is the person saying that Darius Miles didn't necessarily shoot the girl. He gave the gun to. He gave the gun to the other kid, Chandler LeCroy. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Not Chandler LeCroy. Michael Lynn Davis. Darius Miles allegedly gave the gun to Michael Lynn Davis, and he's the one that shot. So, I guess that's the defense that, that's all we got so far. I don't know, that's the defense that he's playing with, but that's just the information that we got so far. Either way, they accomplished, so, however you look at it, you accomplished the capital murder. It's just prayers for the Jimmy Harris family. And just sad that a situation like this happened. And I know the same people saying throw his life away and all that stuff. It's sad for all parties involved. It truly is. It's definitely crazy. It's unbelievable. Like I said, prayers again for everybody that's involved. Georgia O-line Devin Willock and a member of school staff Chandler LeCroy was killed on a car crash early Sunday morning. This was after the celebration, so the parade celebration and all that stuff. So, no telling what was, the cause and effect of what was, if there's, something that was in the system or just, just lost concentration on the road or something, whatever the case may be. So more details is definitely going to be following. Let's move on to UFC. John Jones coming back versus Cyril Gane for the heavyweight fight. So planning on seeing that. Can't wait to see that. And also NBA is locked down a partnership deal. So far, just planning on doing a preseason game in Africa 2024 and spreading some their horizons in the international field with France and all that stuff. So NBA, definitely global and continue doing that global thing like how the NBA do. So congratulations on NBA still doing the thing, and also NBA was also hosting already had 2 regular season games in Paris this year, so that's beautiful. Well, actually, excuse me. The second game is being taking place tonight. Excuse me. The second game that's being played this season is actually being taken place tonight, which that would be between the Bulls and the Pistons. That's going to be played at Akerora Arena. I got to talk about this, man, because I forgot to address this last week. I forgot to address this last week, but I got to address it this week. The Hawks mascot, they had a kiss cam at the ATL Hawks game down at the State Farm Arena. They got the kiss cam, and supposed to be funny with the mascot, just going to, it's the mascot of the Hawk. Obviously got a beak, and it's a Hawk, mascot Hawk. So he got stuff that, the kiss cam on, him and the lady. She has her friend, her girlfriend, her lady friend. There's two girls right there. And now obviously everybody's looking around, everybody can see. And then you can see, on the screen. You see on TV, obviously, and then if you're in the arena, you can see on the big, the Tron up there and to see who are the cameras on. The camera's on her. The mascot goes to kiss her. Now, obviously, it's a mascot. It's a big head, it's a beak, so the mouth's open. It's supposed to be a joke. He's going to kiss her, but he's kissing her head. So he's eating her head. So he got her head, the beak. He got her head inside the mouth of the beak. Then he's pulling back, and then the beak of the head, the beak of the mouth of the mascot pulls this lady's wig off. It is unbelievable. It was too funny. Her friend was trying to cover her up, and he was trying to cover her, I guess she had like a do-rag on or something, wave cap on, no telling how short hair it was, but it was just definitely embarrassing, and she definitely wanted the wig on for her reason. That definitely was hilarious. That took place last week at the Hawks game. But enough of all that. Can we definitely address this NFL Super Wild Card Weekend recap? Can we get to it? Definitely was a Super Wild Card Weekend. Now, I'm disgusted, upset. Y'all already know. My Steelers wasn't in it. We needed the Dolphins to win. We needed the Dolphins to lose and needed the Jets to win. And the Jets cannot pull it off and get us up in there. So Dolphins win instead, and you already know what happened there. But we're going to get to that. I just had to say, because I got to talk about my Steelers. And then we're going to have the nerve to keep the offensive coordinator, Matt Canada, on top of that. Please. I'm not liking what I'm seeing with Mike Tomlin, not trying to have a true stud offensive coordinator. I don't care if he's young or old, anywhere in between. Just a true bona fide shot caller on the offensive side that could really call the game, put something together on the offensive side, and scheming things up to get your guys open and things of that nature. After Ty Haley and Bruce Arians and people like that, he don't want nobody to ingratiate themselves on offensive side too much with the quarterback, because he understands the politics, and that guy may eventually be the head coach, and he ain't let nobody trying to get in his seat, not like that. I understand all of that, but you gotta be ultra confident in yourself and believe that nobody's gonna take my spot, regardless who's on the offensive coordinator side, because I'm running the whole ship, and I'm doing it, conducting everything and orchestrating things and conducting the dots and connecting the dots and doing all that. You gotta get somebody that truly is a great offensive coordinator. Like, please. That's where I'm at with. That's what we need. Okay, cool. All right, I digress. We're going to talk about the team that's actually still playing. I know y'all beating me down on that right now. And definitely, please feel free if you want to talk about anything that if you want to discuss anything that I'm addressing on here, call into the Fresh Sports Show, 717-846-5067, 717-846-5067. And while I got a minute before we get into these recap of the Super Wild Card Weekend, see, like, I don't gotta give a shout out to my sponsor, Fresh Gear, Fresh Clothing, Catch Baby Clothing Brand. Got this custom made Catch Baby Clothing Brand, Fresh Sports Show, collabs, Hustle Club, Catch Baby Clothing Brand, Fresh Sports Show. You add me, then I got the Fresh Bar in the back, custom made. So we done. Definitely. So you go get you some. Go get you some Catch Baby Clothing Brand and get you some custom made collab. However you want to do it. Catch Baby Clothing Brand. You need event planning, go to our production events. You need event planning, blah, blah, production events. All right, let's continue to do this. And you already know the intro music really well. Saturday games, 49ers, 41, 23 over Seahawks. Third string backup quarterback, Brock Purdy, 332 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 sack, 4 carries, 16 rushing yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. Balling out there. Did his thing. Christian McCaffrey, 15 carries, 119 rushing yards, 2 receptions, 17 yards, 1 touchdown. Come on now, you know, dynamic duo, versatile. Go to the dynamic duo other side. Deebo Samuels, he got 6 receptions, 133 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 carries, 32 rushing yards. Then they gonna try to twist my guy ankle up, doing a little dirty tactics at the end. What we doing? Stop that. He balling on y'all trying to twist his ankle up and all that. Get out of here with that. You got Geno Smith, 253 yards, 3 carries, 32 rushing yards. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Geno Smith, 253 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 3 sacks, 4 carries, 28 rushing yards, and you know he was built for a fumble. DK Metcalf on 10 receptions, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had the 50-yard touchdown bomb. Jaguars, 31-30. Oh, Chargers now, man. I'm like, man, what's going on here? Trevor Lawrence had the 4 interceptions in the first half, 3 interceptions in the first quarter. This was crazy, but I said, just be patient, just wait, just hold on. I was ready to turn something else. I'm like, while I got some time to spare, I can catch up on some other shows since, it's a Super Rock Car weekend, and then, NBA games and all that going on. It's scheduled real busy. I'm like, I got some time to spare. I'm thinking, contemplating. He said, you know what? Let me just chill out. Let me just wait. And then I'm hearing Tony Dungy in the room talking about how he came back from 21-point deficit. I understand that the highest deficit a team came back was from 32 points. I understand that. But then I'm like, okay, like he's explaining, the key thing was the first 2 possessions coming back in the second half. I said, okay, I'm gonna keep my eye out for the first 2 possessions in the second half. Meanwhile, this is before they went down and put some points on the board before halftime. I said, okay, they put some points on the board for halftime. That's gonna add up. That's gonna come in clutch. They do the first 2 drives, get some points, on the next drives coming out at halftime. I said, oh, okay. They wanted something. And these guys is running butt booty nigga wide open. I'm telling you, like the defensive coverage for the Chargers, like they were just non-existent for the most part. I don't know what happened, blown coverage, what was going on, miscommunication, and the head coach is a defensive guy from Chargers. So I'm just really confused about the defense. And the offense, they just fell apart. It was ridiculous how the Chargers just fell apart. Like I said, Trevor Lawrence, 288 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Eaton, 20 carries, 20 carries, 190 rushing yards, 1 reception, 12 yards receiving. Evans, 7 receptions, 93 yards, 1 touchdown. Justin Herbert, 273 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 sacks, 3 carries, 12 rushing yards. Everett, 6 receptions, 109 yards, 1 touchdown. Eggler and Allen gave Chargers nothing really. Let's be frank. Just a complete meltdown in epic fashion for the Chargers. Coaches and players, like I said. Bills, 34. Excuse me, probably Bills. And then obviously what took place, the Jaguars came down and hit the game winner field goal to solidify that thing. And Joey Bosa getting penalties and flags for slamming his helmet down on the field and just being all frustrated and mad and all, just getting carried away and acting a fool because you're upset because the meltdowns occur and you just feel to just get away from you. And just getting all emotional instead of having your head in the game and, taking it out between the lines, between the whistle. Bills 34-31 over the Dolphins. Man, I'm telling you, this game was Sunday. Man, this game right here, this is a Josh Allen game. You know when you give you turnover, he gotta give you more than two. He said, man, I can't just give you one. You know, when he start doing them things, when he start giving turnovers, he's gonna give it to you two or better because he can't just give you one. He just can't be good for one with turnovers. I mean, Josh Allen, I'm telling you, when he turn that ball over, he is definitely gonna have multiple turnovers. He is not playing around. He's definitely gonna be generous with that. Now, Davis for the Bills, beautiful toe tap. Touchdown, clutch, to seal the win for the Bills, for real. The Dolphins had a coaching meltdown, and like it really was throughout the game. I don't know if they got nerves, they got tightened up, but towards the end, and just the little things throughout the game, you can just tell there's plenty of coaching mistakes on Coach McDaniels. Now, I know his first year head coach and everything like that, he's still learning, but you can just tell he definitely is a rookie head coach. I mean, it happens more than you think. It definitely happens more than you think. So, Josh Allen, 352 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 7 sacks, 4 carries, 20 rushing yards, 1 fumble. Diggs, 7 receptions, 114 yards. Davis, 6 receptions, 113 yards, and he had 1 touchdown, though. Third string backup quarterback for the Dolphins, Skylar Thompson. 320 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 4 sacks, 2 carries, 3 rushing yards. Tyreek Hill, 7 receptions, 69 yards, a drop. Waddle, 3 receptions, 44 yards, a drop. How you gonna win like that? Your 2 superstars throwing you like that, giving you drops, and you play with third string quarterback on top of that. How you gonna win like that? Can't do it. Giants 31-24 over the Vikings. Man, I'll tell you, Kirk Cousins, what you doing to me, Kirk? Kirk Cousins, what you doing to me? I'm over here, got you about top 5 quarterback in the league. By default, you the quarterback of a winning team. You know your record, 13-4, 13-5 now, but you're home. I mean, what's going on, Kirk Cousins? Like, you're doing things just to get your numbers, but you're not doing winning plays. You can go look at the stats. I don't like, come on, but like, I don't even care about the stats, to be honest. You on 4th down, going to throw a pass. It's 4th and 8. You throw a pass 3 yards. Talk about, man, go get it. Knowing the guy's on him, and he's not going to go get it. Like, this is something I'm talking about. Knowing he's going to make the catch, may take him 1 step or 2 and going to be tackled and going to the ground because of not even 2 steps. Just think about taking a step because God's on him. So I don't know what he was doing. I mean, everybody talking about it over week, so they're never going to put me saying it. You throw 8 yards. And you need 8 yards on 4th down, you throw 8 yards. Or you throw 7, let him fight for that 1 yard. I mean, but either way, you don't do it like that. You don't do it like that. Just so you can go what? Have your numbers for the game. Go 31 for 39. And talk about, I got completion and he came up short. Man, John, please, this is crazy. Daniel Jones, 301 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 sacks, 17 carries, 78 rushing yards like here, running back. I mean, he was balling on him. I mean, he was straight balling on him. They ain't gonna do nothing with him. Daniel Jones was moving them chains. Saquon Barkley, 9 carries, 53 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 receptions, 56 receiving yards. Agnes, 8 receptions, 105 yards, 1 touchdown. Kirk Cousins, 273 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. Jefferson, 7 receptions, 47 yards, no touchdowns. You know you can't win like that. Then you want to be throwing the pass 1 for 1. for a negative 2 yards, they ain't gonna have no nerve to post that on your own. I understand you just doing a little bit about posting. You just getting better. Yeah, I know you just getting better. You still got a lot to prove and all that. You gonna post a picture of you with multiple pictures of you throwing a football pass that went for negative 2 yards. Like that's stuff I'm talking about. Like I don't know what that's about because you completed the pass, but you was better off not completing the pass, but would have had the 2 yards and not being negative. I'm just saying. TJ, 10 receptions, 129 yards. Bengals, 24-17 over the Ravens, and it shouldn't even have been this close, to be frank. It shouldn't need to come down to this. Bengals defensive end Sam Herbert recovers Huntley fumble at the goal-yard line. He tries to jump over the pile instead of going under the pile, and the ball gets knocked out of his hand before it crosses the goal line. And Sam picks that thing up and runs it back for 98 yards for a touchdown for their first go-ahead defensive touchdown in playoffs since 1968 for the Bengals. And it's the longest fumble recovery for a touchdown in playoff history. J.K. Dobbins was upset after the game, mad that he didn't get the ball, that the ball didn't go to him, saying it's his job, he's the running back, he's supposed to get that at the goal line. Coach Harbaugh is standing on his call saying that it's only worried that he didn't the chances with them coming and running with the running back, they were going backwards 3 yards. He wanted them to constantly move forward and just do it on the sneak. But Huntley knew he was supposed to go under. He made the call to go over and leap instead of going under the sneak. They know they need to be paying Lamar Jackson. That's all they need to be doing. All this and that and the third. Pay Lamar Jackson his money. He wants $300 million guaranteed. If not, he's going to franchise him for the 2 years. And the best believe he's not going to be playing all 17 games for those next 2 years. And he's going to be walking away as a free agent because the third year is going to be crazy money if y'all want to franchise tag him that third year. And that's ridiculous. Y'all won't do that. Y'all probably paying that man $100 million for 1 year if y'all try to franchise tag him for 3 years in a row. So that's what's at play right here. Even if they did this himself. Y'all bring new guys in, paying guys, paying them money and stuff. That's it. You want to take that person over top, especially somebody like them in the position that he's in, and the quarterback, and he got the MVP under his belt, and you bring a new guy in, and obviously he's not a quarterback, but you pay some significant amount of money, and y'all still playing games with me, and I've been here, homegrown, and y'all doing this like that. Okay, maybe y'all about to lose something good, and then y'all gonna be rebuilding for another 4 or 5 years and trying to figure out how y'all gonna replace Lamar Jackson. That's what's gonna be on your roster in the next 2 years. And y'all know he's not going to be playing every single game for y'all in the next 17 years because if he had his money, the things that he's like, okay, I ain't going to play because I don't got my money. He got his money, so he'd be more amped and more willing to play through, the injuries that took place this year was calling him to sit out. But they should know that already. I gotta take this in, man. Alright, we're gonna get to the stats, but I'm just looking at it cause I was looking at the stats when we were going to, but I gotta give you the stats. But the Joe Burrow, 209 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 sacks, 5 carries, 9 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. Chase, 84 yards, 1 touchdown. Huntley, 226 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 sacks, 9 carries, 54 rushing yards. J.K. Dobbins, 13 carries, 62 rushing yards, 4 receptions, 43 yards, 1 touchdown. Monday Night Football. Celebrating Martin Luther King. NFL's first, game on Martin Luther King Day. This is great, this is big. This Cowboys versus Buccaneers down in Tampa. Cowboys 31-14 over the Bucs. I can't believe watching Tom Brady go up like that. Sad. It was sad. It was definitely hard to watch. Tough to watch. Can't believe that they lost like that. Lack of running game. Wasn't even trying. It seemed like offensive line was just they didn't want to block for the running game or something. I don't know what it was. With the Cowboys, they had the court kicker. Don't even need to worry about his name, but he had a record 4 missed points after touchdown misses. 4 of them things. Missed 4 of them things. It was all in his head. Made his last one at the end, but he missed 4 of them things. At the beginning, it was crazy shaking. Then they go and sign somebody in the practice squad and try to figure out how they want to, what they going to do. Just a little motivation. That's why you get signed somebody to the practice squad, because they want to cut somebody to break them on to be activating, because the roster's pretty full. So that's what's going on. But I'm pretty sure they brought him in practice for motivation purposes. But yeah, Tom Brady can't go out like this. That's what I'm saying. No, I don't want Tom Brady to retire. I need him to go out on top, winning. You don't really got to win a championship, but just, having a season that like he had last year, could have went out like that, even though I feel like he should have won still, but just having a more successful individual season, as well as a team season, of course. But with the Buccaneers, I don't know what's going on with all that situation, because that's wild. But we just got to wait to see what happens, because I can't sit here and speculate no way, no how. I can't tell you, because the things that I'm hearing, I know I don't want Tom Brady going to the Raiders, but I'm not hearing nothing else. And then I just I'll fear that, definitely don't rule out Tampa Bay from the return, because all the relationships that he has with them, and he's a loyal guy. He's that type of person. The relationships big on him, but I was just going to wait, but I might as well just go ahead and say it, because I was trying to do the stats, but we ain't worried about the stats, man. They're going to fire Brian Leftwich, offensive coordinator for the Buccaneers. They're going to fire him this morning. Man, I'm just like, we all know this coming for the Hires, but my thing is like, all right, who y'all getting in? Like, what's the end game? What's going on? This man been the offensive coordinator for the last 3, the whole time y'all won division title 3 years in a row. Went to the Super Bowl. Won the Super Bowl. Been a play caller the whole time. I don't know what's going on here, but I told people, man. Buccaneers coach Todd Bowles, I felt sorry for that brother, because he's gonna mess it up for the rest of the black people that's coming up and gonna get a good. It's hard in the NFL. It's hard enough for them to get a good job. The Lovie Smith job, the Steve Wilkes job. We all know the crappy jobs that they get, the Houston and the Cardinals and the Panthers and all these jobs they get, the Lions, all these jobs with no players and no type of, the consensus is this team is a playoff contender. Not even just a team that contended to make the playoff. They don't even go to those type of teams. They go to the teams where they're just fighting to see whether they're going to be number 1 draft pick or not. Fighting to see who will have the worst record in the league. And when Todd Bowles gets this tailor-made situation, outside looking in, everything's going to be the same. Tom Brady, meanwhile he's 46 years old. Tom Brady, defense, the receivers, the running game, everything seems like it was the same as the prior 2 years. Then this year, not Broncos, Todd Bowles, he comes on, and he's already on as a defensive coordinator, but he's in charge now. He's the complete head coach, and just like a shift in everybody's, not necessarily behavior, but their demeanor and the behavior on their play, what they play on the field. Not necessarily in person, but just on the play on the field. It was completely different from the past 2 years. And we already understand that the offensive line pieces, one guy retires, one guy leaves for free agency, one guy gets hurt in off season. So you got 3 pieces here, offensive line, the shambles, and get the guy back to the playoff game, the center, and get him back to the playoff game. So you got that going for you on top of that. And then defense wasn't the same, letting people go on defense side, letting 2 guys go on the defense side, especially Sue. That was a hurt piece. The defensive backs was always a question mark for me. They didn't upgrade that for the Buccaneers. There was so much blame to go around for that. But that situation definitely was not the same how Bruce Arians had it, even though outside looking in, they might take it as the same, but somebody had to fall on the sword. And, Todd Bowles knows just, it would have been me, pretty much if he would have done something, but you got guys that's very respectable like Keyshawn Johnson and Shannon Sharp, and these guys that really know him and they really took him back by this, and they just know this is coming from the higher up because they know Todd Bowles. They know him. So they even say, you check the shows out, they saying like, for them to know the person that he is and they know him, they know this is bigger than him. They know this is coming from higher up. Because he is, the things that I explained to you, he knows the scenario, so he knows if it was up to him, he wouldn't be doing that. Because he knows this, the situation really is not the same. There's big parts is missing. Everybody just knows Tom Brady's there and everything's the same, but it's really Tom Brady is there, but a couple parts is not the same. And a couple parts was missing, and the whole combination of all that. Yeah, and also shout out to the Bucks wide receiver Russell Gage, 2 receptions, 10 yards. He went out with a head injury, the last 2 minutes in the game. Left out on the stretcher, but he's good. Moving to shut all the extremities and everything like that. Obviously this took place Monday, and he's much better and in good spirits and in good health now. So, but if we could just give you the stats, I mean, I just had to give my first word on that because like that's just unbelievable what's going on, and then obviously Tom Brady's rolling over. His decision, he ain't retiring. This is the only time we won't get really messy too much with it, but he ain't retiring. Everybody know that's notorious. He's going through the divorce. He got the divorce, and obviously got all the spare time on his hands. And yes, he's 46 years old. Well, he's 45 years old. When he's 46 when the season starts. He wants to spend time with his family, but obviously he's not married no more, and this is what you want to be doing, playing football. He's coming back at least for 1 more year. On top of, the season was not good at all, the whole season. And then the way they lost in the playoffs. So the combination of all those things, and then on top of the makeup, who makes him the person that he is, the great athlete that he is, the great quarterback that he is, all those combination things, he knows he's gonna come back stronger and better. So he knows he's just trying to figure out if Buccaneers is a better situation or is another situation that's quite telling me from because everybody can say whatever you want to say. No. Tom Brady's not no mobile quarterback, and yes, it's a new generation and things are changing, and Tom Brady is the last guard of the immobile quarterback. We understand that, and everybody do understand. It's just like it's notorious. If Tom Brady has an offensive line, regardless of how great those receivers are, he definitely gonna make something great happen if you give him the time. Definitely, you give Tom Brady the 4 seconds, good things is gonna happen. They know that. Defensive coordinators know that. Defensive players know that. Teams know that. You give that man 40 seconds, he's going to find an open guy. His IQ is through the roof. And his arms, he still has his arms, so he's going to get there. Just give him the time. No, he's not moving. He's going to be running around. He's probably not doing all that. You use some boys up there that can block. Those skill positions, it's going to work itself out. With relationships that he got, bringing guys in, and this type of personality he got, and just the work ethic that he got, just to work with players and to work on the game to become better. But definitely can't wait to chat it up with somebody about that because I got a special guest coming on this week, so stay tuned to that. Take place this weekend. Might have to address him about that. I know this guy like basketball, but he like football too, but his thing's really basketball. But anyways, break Tom Brady the game 35-66, 35 for 66 passing attempts. Throw that ball 66 times, 45 years old. One game threw it 66 times. 351 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 sacks. Bucks as a team, 12 carries, 52 rushing yards, 4.3 average, 12 longest run. Like, you gotta have more attempts than that. You got to. Chris Godwin, 2 receptions, 85 yards. Mike Evans and Julio, 74 yards, 1 touchdown, Julio. Dak Prescott, 305 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 sack, 0 interceptions, 7 carries, 24 rushing yards, and a touchdown. Straight ball on him. That was like the best game Dak Prescott ever had. No, not in a losing fashion. Best game, period. Winning the game. Winning football. That's his best game, period. Balling on him. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. But Dak Prescott, Tony Pollard, 15 carries, 77 rushing yards, 3 receptions, 12 yards. Scholes, 7 receptions, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now, in the NFL divisional round previews is coming up this weekend. You know, we got Saturday games. This is how we doing it. 2 games Saturday, 2 games Sunday. Excuse me. Jaguars, Chiefs. That's going to be Saturday, 4:30 p.m. on NBC. This is going to be goody because Jaguars is on the road. They feeling good. They feeling themselves, and it's the Chiefs is the Chiefs. I would take the points on this, but the Chiefs should be able to pull this out. This is at home. Fans are going to be going crazy. Word on the street is they got the loudest stadium in sports in America. The loudest stadiums. They're break #1. So it's gonna be crazy. Heard they be tailgating out there about 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, oh, you know, guys ain't even going out nothing like that when they got games. They start at 5 in the morning. They don't care if you got a night game. They're gonna be out there all day. It's gonna be a whole 20-hour type event. How they doing it? So I'm impressed. So they're not playing around. Chiefs is definitely gonna win that game. But it's definitely gonna be good. It's gonna be enough. Might come down to the wire. Might be come down to a field goal. It's gonna be like that. But the Chiefs, they at home. It's gonna get crazy. Pat Mahomes, he's gonna get all the penalties. He's gonna be the refs, the NFL's darling. He's gonna get all the calls. He's gonna get all the flags. Nobody can tackle him. They right gonna be afraid to tackle him because it's gonna be a penalty. So they're just gonna be telemaking everything for this guy like he's not a young pup and can't get a lick out there. Because it's ridiculous how the calls they be giving them and then having guys all shook and just act like they don't want to tackle that man. Get out of here with that. Giants, Eagles. It's going to be crazy. People will be hyped for that. This divisional playoff matchup. This is crazy. Saturday, 8:15, Fox. Eagles going to take care of business. Pennsylvania standing up. Eagles going to take care of that business. I'll take Eagles on that, ain't no question. Then we got the Sunday games. Bengals at the Bills. The game that we didn't get to finish. The Monday night game that we didn't get to finish. Sunday, 3 p.m., CBS. DeMar Hamlin, strong, Kelly Strong, all that good stuff. But DeMar Hamlin, don't be surprised if he's not there on the sideline. Don't be surprised if he's not there on the sideline. Now, I know this is supposed to be like a neutral site game or something, so I don't know if he's gonna be flying or whatever. But if that man is able to fly, because if it was home, it was the home. Because the Bills got the better record if it's home, but they didn't get to finish the game, so that got all back. So it's gonna be a neutral site game. But so I'm saying if he's able to fly, he's gonna beat it. But either way, he FaceTiming the players, he's talking to the players at the practice facility all week. So he's gonna make sure the boys is fired up, inspired, ready to go. And they know they're playing the team, that this took place, so they're gonna be extra motivated. Not saying Bengals ain't gonna be motivated as well, but I think the DeMar Hamlin fact, I think everything's coming back full circle. I think since they playing the team that this took place on, it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy. Not saying these guys do like they did on purpose. Not saying that, but he's gonna be so inspired and motivated to ball out for DeMar Hamlin, especially because it's just the team that it took place for. So I'm going with the Bengals. I'm going with the Bills on that note. against the Bengals. That's definitely going to get crazy, though. That's going to be good anyway. Man, everybody know, we should all know what to expect from this one. This is not nothing to really wonder about or expect. This is a suspense. Cowboys at 49ers, Fox, 6:30 p.m. Sunday, 49ers over the Cowboys. I mean, what are we talking about here? So that's where I'm at with it when it comes to that. Now, I understand Cowboys done got to play the Buccaneers and they beat them and Tom Brady and that great quarterback stuff. But this 49ers is not old. They're not playing against an old team. And I know we got to say the old quarterback, but a couple of players was long in the tooth and definitely on the down years. Just is what it is. Versus these young whippersnappers over here at the 49ers. So got the 49ers on that one. Yeah, we going on now. It's time to crown them champion real soon. All right, let's get into the NBA recap. Lakers 115-119 loss to the Mavs. Mavs shooting threes on us. Made, I don't know, guys, man. Like made double Luka. We double Luka the whole game. Then when it mattered the most in the clutch time, we let him go shoot threes to tie the game up twice to send it overtime and to double overtime. This is ridiculous, man. We listened to them double team the whole game and they have mental breakdown. Like, guys got to be better, no excuses. Record is what our record is. You don't got no more time to be wasting. Got no time to be playing around. You need to go on a long run of winning games in a row and sustain it. Need at least 10-game winning streak. The minimum. That's bare minimum. I thought we was on our way with the 5, but once LeBron James made the tweets out the game, we already know everything's coming to an right there. Kill the whole vibe. You can't do that. We win 10 games in a row. That's minimum. That requires LeBron James to play at least 10 games in a row. What are we talking about here? Which, it's supposed to keep doing that to get LeBron James playing so many games in a row. AD, don't tell him when he coming back, word on the street, supposed to be coming back, try to come, do something about it in this month. Now it's getting pushed back to next month. I already knew what this coming with. You asked me, I already know how this goes. He's going to get voted to the All-Star game. He's going to come back, the week of the All-Star game when you got to play like 2 games before the All-Star break. That's how that's going to go. I'm surprised they don't just play the 1 game before the All-Star break, but I guess they want to make it a little nice. So, I'm going to tell you here first on the Fresh Sports Show, AD not coming back to the week of All-Star game. Know that. He's playing the All-Star game. Not too much, but the All-Star, the festivities, the notoriety, all that good stuff. All that benefits and that, the good feeling for being an All-Star. He's got to make a little quick appearance, during the regular season to come back. We're going to do it the week of the NBA All-Star. That means it sucks. My team's going to be losing, but hopefully we're going to run. We need to make trades. We need to make the trade. Like, I think just keep going on. I said, Pat Bev got to go. JTA got to go. You need to trade those 2 immediately. Other people, they starting to grow on me. I starting to see the proof. I don't see the improvement in those 2. JTA and Pat Bev, I do not see the improvement in them. Also, means, it ain't no question who's always saying that. Dennis Schroeder, I'm seeing improvements in him. Thomas B, I'm seeing improvements in him. I understand William Gabriel, I see improvements in him. I understand all that. But I still need a 7-footer. I'm going to be a 7-footer that's tall. Or if he's not a 7-footer, I'm going to be 6'11" and got some level of girth. I need these things to teach you because you need a big man down low. You need that. AD don't want to be a big man down low all the time. I know he's saying the thing. LeBron James don't want to be a big man down low all the time. I know that he's not saying that, but, he don't got the hops no more, so, yes, he got the girth, nobody's going to back him down with that stuff, but, they can still get a shot over him, or they can block a shot because he's so much longer. I'm not saying he's short, but LeBron James keep the centers, the 6'11", 7 foot, etc. All this stuff is strategically. So, then I need a true bona fide 3-point shooter because it's in 2023 and we need 3-point shooters out here. So that's what we have when it comes to the Lakers. That's what all the issues that we need to correct now. Like, I don't know what's taking so long. Get rid of those picks. If it takes 2 second-rounders, I don't care, and a player for a 3-point shooter, and he don't play no defense. I just need somebody that can really shoot that thing, like for real from the 3-point line. That game, Spencer Dinwiddie just had more energy than everybody else. Left in second overtime, and he just brought it home for the Mets. That's pretty much how that went. It was thinking like we needed that. The longer the game went on, I just knew it was going to be bad for us. Spencer Dinwiddie had 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Tim Hardaway 22 points, 8 rebounds. Luka 35 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists. Christian Wood 24 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 blocks. He was blocking them shots. That's what I'm saying. He was just blocking them shots down there. Especially on LeBron. That's from like LeBron don't got the hops no more. Yeah, he got the girth, but he don't got the hops to go up to avoid the blocks. Or to block the guys off the work. LeBron James 24 points, 16 rebounds. Big man stuff, 9 assists, 2 steals. Russell Westbrook 28 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Tyler Speed 11 points, 9 rebounds. Gabriel 14 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Hawks 113, 111 over the Pistons. Collins buzzer beater tipped in to win the game for the Hawks. 7 points, 8 rebounds though. Trae Young 26 points, 11 assists. Murray 18 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Hunter 25 points. Bennett 26 points, 5 rebounds. Hill 18 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. TJ 13 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Hawks is bringing Kyle Korver as assistant GM. Was an all-star for the Hawks in 2015. I ain't mad at that move. You got Bulls 132, 118 over the Warriors. Lakers 112, 113 loss to 76ers. Besides bad defense, besides bad Lakers defense, we still need to get the 3-point shooter and a true big man down low. All these losses, win or lose, that is just the verdict. There is nothing else to talk about. We know these things. Y'all not fixing the situation. Y'all doing it on purpose. This is getting blatant now. Y'all blatantly just having this team to be this way, and y'all not making no moves. And we all know this is what it is clearly. Let's do something about it. Like tomorrow's here making moves like that. Yeah, Russia had passed the ball up once it got bobbled right there. Joel B definitely found they're not gonna call that stuff at the end no more. That for whatever reason they haven't been calling on us saying giving us the respect that we need. But hey, you put the ball, you have to get that ball up to LeBron immediately. Let LeBron take because you lost the momentum right there. You don't know that, but LeBron needs to go and demand the ball too. He needs to be aggressive and go demand the ball. Coaches and the players falling down, talk about we gotta be better and stuff like that, and just everybody need to be better. All that talk, y'all gotta do better. You have to go out there, show up and do it. Y'all gonna have to do it. Ain't no more excuses. Go out there and do it. And the referees are doing a bad job, though. The referees are definitely doing a bad job. They're missing calls, then they're doing reports, saying this stuff is not a call and everybody. So I don't know how subjective this stuff is being, but y'all being real subjective with it, and y'all being fluid with it. It's crazy. Joel Embiid, 35 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. Harden, 24 points, 7 rebounds, 13 assists. Harris, 15 points, 5 rebounds. LeBron, 35 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. Gabriel, 14 points, 2 blocks. Russ, 20 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Russ, most triple doubles off the bench in NBA history with 498 in his career. NBA was, celebrating MLK Day. I'm not going to give you all the games, just a couple games of the MLK Day. Martin Luther King Day. Hawks, 121, 113 over the Heat. Young, 24 points, 8 assists. Murray, 28 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Collins, 14 points, 4 rebounds. Butler, 34 points. Bam, 20 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists. Harrell, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Cavs, 113, 103 over the Pelicans. Raptors, 126, 125 over the Wolves. Grizzlies, Memphis, 136, 106 over the Suns. And the Lakers, 140, 132 win over the Rockets that we desperately needed. LeBron, 48 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, none, 15 points. Gabriel, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Walton Hustler, good game. Russ, 24 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Senegun, 33 points, 15 rebounds, 6 assists. Green, 23 points, 5 rebounds. Gordon, 19 points, 8 assists. J. Paul and Tommy Ferry, Tyson Ferry's brother, agreed to fight February 25th, so hopefully we actually get that. Soccer player, Charlotte FC defender, Antonio Watkins, age 25, died earlier today in a boating collision near Miami Marina Stadium. So condolences to the family and sending prayers and strength to the family. It's crazy and sad. Florida commit quarterback decommits from Florida after 4-year, $13 million NIL deal falls out. Tennis defending men's champ Rafael Nadal loses in a straight set to McKinnis-McDonald in Australia Open in the second round. NBA recap: Hawks 130-122 over the Mavs. Collins, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks. Trae Young, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 12 assists. DeJounte Murray went off 30 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. And he got a dope interview that I'm definitely going to check out. He definitely authentic on that. Definitely going to check that out. That he just did. Luka, 30 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. Spencer, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Christian, 22 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Spurs, 106-98 over the Nets. No KD, no Kyrie, only Ben. Here we go again, Kyrie Irving. We know KD's hurt, so you don't want to play without KD, Kyrie. Come on now. Here we go. Grizzlies, 115-114 over the Cavs. Jazz, 126-103 over the Clippers. No PG, no Kawhi Leonard. Kings, 116-111 over the Lakers. Bad Lakers defense. Bad LeBron James. Bad Lakers defense on Harrison Barnes. All game. Like, are we serious? It was crazy. And he does the game-winning, shot. The game still a shot for the Kings. LeBron James 2 for 8 from the 3. Bad, too many threes. Just chill out. Just stop it, man. He's just hurting the Lakers right there. Just stop it. Go in the paint. Let's bring the big man in, the center, and let's make the trade for the bona fide 3-point shooter. Like, we got to make that happen. Harrison Barnes, 20.6 rebounds. Fox, 31 points, 6 assists. Herter, 18 points, 8 rebounds. LeBron James, 32 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. 14 points. Russ, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal. Now, the other starters, that wasn't LeBron James. Brown, 4 points. Thomas, 8 points. Pat Bev, 3 points. Dennis Schroeder, 5 points. Unacceptable. How you gonna win like that? Like how you gonna win like that? None of your other starters getting you more than 8 points? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we talking about? These gotta be better. Like, get rid of these guys, man. Get rid of these guys. I need 2 of these guys to go, definitely, and I'm not even mad about either 2 more. I wouldn't be mad about 2 more, but definitely for sure. You know who you are, JTA and Pat Bab, but ain't taking no shots, but y'all not doing that for my team. And y'all was doing good on other teams. Y'all was doing good for the Clippers. Y'all was doing good for the, for the Minnesota. Y'all was doing good for the Warriors. Y'all not doing this in Hollywood. This is pressurized situation. This is all eyes on you. We ain't playing around over here. Man, you gotta do better. Like, they stand up. Hey, we're gonna let this cook, let it marinate, let it bubble up. Everybody stay tuned for some more episodes of Express for our sports show. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Check my Instagram page out. Check my YouTube page out. Make sure you guys check the event out. Coming up in April, we still going to talk more about that as it come up. Stay tuned for more episodes of Express for our sports show every Thursday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on local media access channel. Again, Express for our sports show live audience April 15th. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure y'all catch some games this weekend. That's what we doing. Get out. Shout out to your Kai. Shout out to the Spartans.